Have you ever noticed someone who never posts photos online? No selfies, no celebrations, no updates? In a world that rewards attention, these people seem almost invisible, but psychology says that behavior isn't random. In fact, it reveals a lot about their confidence, mindset, and emotional intelligence. Let's analyze the real psychology behind people who don't post their photos on social media. 1. Privacy over popularity. Psychologists say that people who rarely post photos tend to be highly privacy-oriented. That means they value control over what others see and think of them. They're not antisocial, they're simply protecting their mental space. While most people seek validation through likes and comments, they rely on self-assessment. They don't need to broadcast their lives to feel good about themselves, and that's a subtle sign of inner security. This ability to stay away from digital noise allows them to live more authentically, without the constant pressure to meet others' expectations. Instead of worrying about projecting a perfect image, they focus on building a life that truly satisfies them. 2. Strong self-knowledge. Research on self-concept clarity shows that people who share less online often have a strong sense of who they are. They know their values, their goals, and what really matters to them without needing external approval. This makes them less likely to chase trends or compare themselves to others. Their happiness doesn't depend on how people react, it comes from within. These people have developed an internal compass that guides them in their daily decisions. They are not easily influenced by passing fads or what others consider successful or desirable. Their path is defined by their own convictions and personal aspirations. 3. Emotionally secure. Posting less often is linked to secure self-esteem, a type of confidence that does not need attention to survive. They don't post selfies to prove their worth because they already feel complete. Psychologists say that people with this kind of emotional balance are less anxious, seek less approval, and are more focused on real-world goals. This emotional stability allows them to face life's challenges with greater serenity and resilience. They don't depend on external factors to maintain their psychological well-being, which gives them a significant advantage in terms of mental health and personal satisfaction. 4. Deep thinkers, not show-offs. People who remain quiet online are often more introspective, think before they speak, and post only when something really matters. This comes from a cognitive trait called internal locus of evaluation. That is, they judge themselves by their own standards, not those of others. They prefer authentic conversations over superficial interactions. For them, the quality of human connections far outweighs the number of followers or likes. They value genuine moments of exchange and mutual understanding. These are things that cannot be measured by digital metrics, but which truly enrich their lives. 5. They understand digital illusion. Many of them know how easily social media can distort reality. Psychologists call this social comparison theory, where people constantly measure their worth against the highlights of others. By keeping a low profile, they protect their mental health from that endless cycle of comparison. They choose peace over performance. They have understood that social media shows an edited and filtered version of reality, not the whole life, with its natural ups and downs. This awareness allows them to maintain realistic expectations and avoid the trap of feeling inadequate when comparing themselves to lives that only exist on screens. So the next time you notice someone who doesn't post their photos, don't assume they're shy or antisocial. They may simply be more balanced, emotionally intelligent, and self-aware than most people online. They don't need to be seen to feel seen, and that's true confidence. These people have found a way of living that prioritizes substance over appearance, authenticity over performance. Their absence from social media is not a weakness, but a conscious and powerful choice that reflects emotional maturity and mental clarity. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, subscribe now. Because on this channel, we don't just scroll through people's lives, we decode their minds.